Okay, hello, and you are very welcome if you're joining me live or if you're popping onto the replay. You are very welcome here today to another one of my mindful moments where we're going to talk all things to do with confidence, self-confidence, self-esteem, so that we can unleash our inner confidence and have those steps towards being really self-assured and have our self-esteem. So I'm Helen, and I'm guessing that you're all here because you'd like to maybe find ways of building your confidence. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Helen of Helen Doyle Therapy, and I'll be with you for the next little while, where we'll be exploring how to unlock confidence, unlock that feeling of being self-assured and that version of yourself, and that is in there waiting to get out. So whether you're here to boost your confidence, maybe for your personal relationships, or maybe you want to do it for your professional growth, or maybe you just want to feel more confident in your own skin and get out there and do your own thing, well, then you're definitely in the right place. So, a little personal story here about confidence. And I'm going to call this lady Helen. It could be me, could be another Helen. There are lots of Helens in the world. It doesn't really matter. The story is what matters. So, she was this Helen that came to me. She was brilliant at doing her job. And the problem was that she was great at doing her job when she was out there in the field of doing her job. But then when the meetings came up, you know, the ones, the presentations, the staff meetings, all of those, she was terrified of speaking. She would sit there in that meeting, zipped. She wouldn't speak up. She would be palpitations, sweaty palms in case somebody would be trying to, somebody would call on her to speak, we'll say. So she had loads to contribute. She knew her stuff. She knew she could contribute loads, but she had that fear and that her confidence wouldn't let her get out there. All of those old thoughts of, sure, who'd listen to me? Sure, I'm stupid, like in comparison to all them. Oh my God, they're brilliant. What do I know? All of this was running through her mind. So when I worked with her, we discovered that in an incident in her childhood, actually, going right back to when she was about the age of 6, a teacher had, as they do, they ask questions in a classroom. And this little one had put up her hand, stepped up to the mark, and was giving her answer, and she was dismissed. Now, I'm sure there was no malintent in doing that, but she felt it. She took a snapshot of that very incident and it went deep within her and it formed her belief in herself that she was not good enough, that what she said didn't matter, that nobody would listen to her. Sure, who cares? How would she know? Everyone else is better than her anyway. And it gave her the full rollout. She rolled out that for the rest of her life until we started working together. And so when I worked with her, I helped her by using hypnosis because that's really the modality that I use. I find it's the fastest way and it's the one that gets the best result. So in a matter of a few sessions, I was able to help her to do 3 things. Now, the first thing that I got in there to do was to neutralize the belief that she already had. That belief of being, I'm not good enough. Nobody will listen to me. They're all better than me. All of that stuff. Neutralize that straight away. The next thing was to get her to, that energy that's freed out. If you clear out anything, even out of a drawer, if you clear out stuff, you are left with more space that then you can utilize better. Well, exactly the same way in the mind. When you clear out and declutter and neutralize those negative thought beliefs, you are left with more clear, free, fresh space. And so our job after that was to rewire the thoughts so that she could seed in new, more helpful thought processes so that they could be her beliefs. And that was then going to create her new belief. And that then we called self-confidence. So we actually transformed her old belief system so that she could speak up confidently. And she went on to lead presentations. And so this is the kind of thing, I'm sure if you're here, it's because you want more confidence or you need more confidence because you have to have it for your workplace or wherever. But then you can be like that, Helen, and you can get your story aligned with your energy within you so that you can present yourself out there as confidently as you wish to go. So what are we going to cover here today? We'll move it on. And so during this time, I want to cover three things with you. I want to talk first of all about why confidence is essential, absolutely essential to us being able to get out and live a fulfilling life. The second thing I'm going to do is so that you can start straight away, that you have techniques or knowledge to know how to start building your confidence. I'm going to give you the 3 steps ABC. And then I'm going to talk to you then about how hypnosis is so powerful because it can remove the subconscious blocks. We can neutralize, as I said, those negative beliefs, reframe them, reseed in the ones you want, and get that growth going where you've got that confidence beginning to grow within you. So, first part up is why does confidence matter? Well, I'm sure a lot of you have sat in meeting rooms, boardrooms, wherever, and it's the same people who speak up all the time. They always seem to have something to say. And it seems like, oh my God, they know everything. But it's not always the loudest person or the person who seems to be presenting the most that has all of that confidence. They've just made themselves probably get out there and do it. Some people love listening to the sound of their own voice. But if you want to have more confidence in yourself, well, then it's about trusting yourself. It's about trusting your abilities. You can do this. You're as good as the rest of them. And your decisions, you've got to trust them and map them out so that they support you. And your self-worth, you've got to tune into it and know that you are as good as the day you landed on this planet because you came in perfect. So when you're confident in yourself and when you can speak up for what you want, when you can handle challenges more effectively, when you can make better decisions, or when you can say no to something that doesn't serve you anymore. Maybe you want to negotiate a raise. Maybe you're asking someone out. Maybe you're going for an interview. Maybe you're on the interview board. I mean, how many spaces, places, times, and wheres? Confidence is so necessary in our lives. And confidence shapes the way we show up in the real world. So without confidence, what happens to us? We start overthinking. We start hesitating about things. We miss opportunities. We avoid doing things because I wouldn't be able. But here's the question. What's that costing you? All those missed opportunities, those missed chances, all of that scenarios of what if this and what if that, and what's that costing you? You're missing out on getting out and enjoying life. Maybe you're missing out on opportunities to get better work. There's so many different ways that we miss out and it costs us dearly. That's why building confidence, it's not just something nice to have, which it is. It's the foundation for our success in absolutely every area of our lives. And we need to take that on board. It is the foundation for the success in every area of our lives. So we can talk then about building confidence. And that's kind of want to give you some ideas here today on what you can do to help yourself on it, starting straight away on your own bat. You can get going. And so talking about building confidence, I break it down into 3 steps. The first one I call, we're going to do the ABC. The first one I call A. It relates to awareness. The second one is B, where we're building positive beliefs. And the third one I call C, where we have to get into that empowered action. So being in the business terms, I like to call it the call to action. So we have awareness, we've building positive beliefs, and we have a call to, we've got to get into action. So we're got to be calling ourselves into action. So for awareness, the first step is recognizing that the beliefs or thoughts, they recognize the ones that are holding you back. And if you sit quietly for a while, if you catch the thought moving, you'll come up with ones like, I'm too shy. I couldn't speak out loud. I'm not good enough. They all know more than me. Oh my God, I always mess things up. The always getting it wrong one, you know? So, like going back to that story of Helen, these kind of beliefs, they're often formed when we're very, very young, early in life, in fact. And because we can't rationalize them properly, we can't really do much about them. So we're left stuck with them at that point. And they happen in a single snapshot, but they can really get in there and make us feel so small. But here's the thing. Now, as an adult, as a person who's in charge of your own life, you get to call out that belief. And you can decide, is that actually true? Are they all better than me? No, they're not. We're all the same. We all have our own skills and talents. So now you get to decide whether you want to keep that belief or tell it to take a hike. But here's the other thing, that you're doing it on your own. You've got to be really consistently watching it. But hypnosis, if you do it via hypnosis, it's a powerful tool that help you uncover those beliefs in the first place. And then, because you're in a lovely relaxed state, we can explore the subconscious mind. We can start moving out those limiting beliefs, and we can turn that thing of, I'm not good enough, I'd never be able to do that. We can turn it into, yeah, hell I will. I'm capable and I'm going to do this. We can have whatever belief we want. So self-awareness, it's about recognizing the limiting beliefs. And that is step A, that awareness, that we are aware of the beliefs. Moving on to step B, where we're building positive beliefs, all about the building blocks. So once you're aware, you can actually then take the next step and start changing them out, replacing them. And how is one way to do it is visualization. And if you're a visual type of person, then you can begin to see yourself making strides to go forward. But again, to make that faster for you, to make it easier for you, hypnosis is the way to go. Because in hypnosis, we guide the mind. We guide it to imagine those specific scenarios that help you to feel calm, confident, successful, where you're seeing yourself delivering your presentation, talking and eyeballing the people in front of you, or where you're walking into a room and you're making, you're just there, you're there, and you can own your space and be there along with the rest. This is a form of mental rehearsal, really. And that's what trains your mind to feel comfortable and to feel prepared for the real life situation that you want to accomplish. It's like in hypnosis, it's a bit like where you're giving your brain a shortcut to getting straight to the point that you want, where you can build that belief in yourself. So A is that you need the awareness, B is where you're building belief, and C is that one where I call taking action or call to action. You must call yourself into action. And that was one, personally, I used to slide on that one. I was great at watching the limiting beliefs and making myself aware. I was terrific at calling them out and switching them over. But I'd back away still from the call to action, getting myself to do the thing. So confidence grows with action. And now I can absolutely guarantee say that. Confidence grows with action. And I'd be advising you, if you're nervous about taking action, is to take small steps. Say yes, and then figure out the how afterwards. Say yes to opportunities that put you on the edge of your seat and scare you a little bit. Like maybe decide you're going to speak up at a meeting and just do a small bit, do a small one. But then you can begin to build on that. So we're back to that building scenario again. You're calling yourself into action and you're doing it one step at a time. I saw it once where it was described like, if you have a white sheet page in front of you, if you just take a page maybe in front of you and you draw a little box in the center of the page and draw a little stick man inside that, or a stick girl, if you wish. And that's you in that box. Well, if you need the confidence to move on, going off out into the whole page could just be way too scary for you. So here's the way to do it. Small steps. You're in that little box in there. Draw another little box around it. And so allow yourself to step from your box where you're comfortable out into the slightly bigger box. You're not going out into the big wide world, but you're taking a step out of your comfort zone. And that is a lovely step or call to action. And according as you become comfortable in that space, you can add another piece outside of that. So you begin to constantly develop yourself that you're moving further and further out of your comfort zone. So you do it bit by bit. You become aware, you build the belief in yourself, and then you take the action steps. But here's the really good news. Because hypnosis is so effective at working with people, it reduces the anxiety and fear that stops us from taking the steps. And so our hypnosis is a brilliant way to move ourselves into that confident space. But there's one thing I'd like to just clarify first, if I may. I'd like to just say something about hypnosis itself. There's a common question that's asked. Maybe people may not be quite sure of what hypnosis is. And people can be fearful of it, that somebody's going to take control of their mind. And there can be all kinds of misconceptions about it. But I'd like to make it very, very clear right here, right now, that hypnosis is simply a deeply relaxed focus. It's like, when you're absorbed it could be making a jigsaw, if you're into making jigsaws. It could be like you get absorbed in a book or in a movie, or you lie back on the grass and you're staring at the clouds and you're making up shapes for the different clouds go by. And all of a sudden you're immersed in it. And it's so relaxing. And time just seems to drift on by. That is exactly what hypnosis is like. At any moment in time, if you needed to, you could be gone out of that book or away from that movie or sit up on the grass. No problem. You're completely in control. Likewise, with hypnosis, if you needed to come back, you absolutely could do. And there is nobody taking control of you. It works so effectively because in the lovely relaxed state, like daydreaming, your subconscious mind becomes more open. And it's more open to those positive suggestions that you can feed in and just drop in, seed them in, and let them begin to grow in the subconscious so that they develop into your new beliefs, positive, helpful, confident beliefs. So you are not asleep. You are not out of control. And yes, you are completely aware during hypnosis, and you are in control the entire time. And I think it's really important that people understand that about hypnosis. So hypnosis, it can really help with confidence, and there are specific ways that it can help with confidence. And the first one is that it reduces anxiety and self-doubt. So when we start, if you're working with me, for example, when we start into a session of hypnosis, the very first thing I do when I'm taking you into that lovely state is just bring you into a deep relaxation. And our techniques and our training brings us and can help you to really get into that lovely quiet space within yourself, where you can just really feel so relaxed so calm, and so at ease within yourself. And that's a gorgeous feeling because we all have that ability to be able to tap into that relaxation within us. And hypnosis really connects us into that space. Now, the second thing is when we're in that lovely, comfortable space within us, it's very easy, very, very easy to neutralize the limiting beliefs. Very easy to get clear of the, oh, I can't do that. Or the feelings like in that situation, my heart would be pounding, my hands would be all sweaty, I'd forget what I was going to say. They can all be neutralized so easily when you're in that lovely, relaxed, calm state. And you begin to let go of the fears, whether it's fear of failure, fear of being ridiculed, fear of being seen, fear of success, maybe for some people. All those self-doubts, they can all be neutralized in that lovely space. And then just imagine the space within your mind when all of that stuff is just neutralized and cleared away so that you then have more space. It's fresh, it's clean, and it's ready. And it can take on programs like, yeah, I can do this. I deserve success. Of course I do. And I can get on with my life, doing what I want in the best possible version of the real me. And in that space, then we move it into boosting self-confidence. And we do that through visualization. Because to be honest, visualizing and imagining yourself is just so important. Seeing yourself succeeding. That's where you condition your brain to believe that it's possible. So that then that becomes your new belief system. And you're planting that new belief system that, yes, I have the ability to do this. You're planting it, you're seeding it into the subconscious mind. And it begins to take root there and to grow so that it begins to really fill that energy then that's been cleared, that space that's been cleared. And that begins to shift into your thoughts and improve. It begins to move into your feelings so they become easier on you. And it moves right out into your behavior, the way you hold yourself, the way you walk, the way you speak, all comes out in that easy, comfortable way. So just I'll give you an example of another young client actually that I worked with, a young girl. She was in college and she was actually studying marketing. And I was just so pleased to work with her because in marketing, you're not going to get away really without making presentations. You're going to be making them up, but the chances are you'll have to present them as well. And that was part of her college work, where she'd have to put up all her stand and then get up there and give her presentation to all her peers and to her college, what do you call them, lecturers and that as well. And so you have to get out there and you have to be able to do it. And she was struggling with it. So her dad suggested maybe she should give me a call and do a little bit of hypnotherapy around it. So with this lovely lady, I used my Stress to Success package, which is a 3-session package. And the first session, wow, she was delighted with herself because that first session was all about relaxation and neutralizing the negative beliefs. That poor girl, she used to shake her hands, her body, her voice would stop. She couldn't speak. And she just couldn't eyeball the people in front of her. She couldn't turn towards her lecturers and include them in what she was presenting. So she felt at a loss. But after the first session, neutralizing those limiting beliefs, wow, she was already rolling. After her second session, then she was really into, and where we were into at that stage was driving those positive beliefs, really plugging them in there. And after her second session, I remember, she actually ended up with a presentation to do in the college. So she reported back to me for her third session, saying she had been up, she had done a presentation, she didn't have the shaky voice. She was able to do it all. She actually managed to turn and eyeball the different people. And she said, I have it. And it's just so exciting. And I just really want to get better. There was a couple of things she spotted about herself that she said, these bits could be better. Simple. In we go for the third session. And that was all about her being there, being present, visualizing herself, hearing herself, seeing herself, feeling herself in that flow as she gave the presentation. And that is the real, I suppose, sustainable transformation that can happen with hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So she's been off doing her stuff, getting on with life, and now has no worries, no limiting beliefs, no fears about getting up and doing her presentations, which is fantastic, sets her up for her life. So today we covered why confidence is fundamental for success and happiness. It's the foundation of what we need in our lives. We did those 3 steps to start building confidence. The A is for awareness, the B for building positive beliefs, and the C is that call to action because we need to take action. And just there a while ago, I gave you an idea about how hypnosis reduces anxiety so we can neutralize the limiting beliefs and then we can create, rewire or reseed that space in the mind and build the building blocks then for self-hypnosis or for self-confidence. So if there's anything there that you want to query with me, absolutely drop me a message, give me a call. I'd be delighted to chat about how hypnosis could help you. And before we wrap up here today, I'd like to take a few minutes just to let you get a feel of what a hypnosis session is like for confidence. So if it's possible for you, and only if it's possible for you, because you don't want to put yourself in any dangerous situation, no driving, no operating machinery. If you're doing this, it would be eyes closed work. If it's possible for you, I'll go ahead and lead you on just a few moments of what a session would be like. But bear in mind, this is a very generalized type of session and it's short. When I'm working with my clients one-to-one, it is very, very, very specific to the needs of the person or the want of the client who comes and sits either in person with me or online. So if it's possible for you, just allow your eyes just to gently close on down. And this is just a very gentle, easy example of how the hypnotherapy session works, where you're just taking time for yourself, time to tune into that relaxation part within you. And we all have it. So connecting with that lovely part within you now, just take a nice deep breath in. And on the out breath, just feel yourself now just sinking down, right down into the chair. And again, just breathing in relaxation. And on the out breath, you're just letting go of that old, stale, used up air. Breathing in comfort, calmness, and relaxation. And on the out breath, you're releasing any tension or stress or worry. And just imagine now in this comfortable, easy space, just imagine that it's the morning time in your house and you're moving about through your house and you decide to go into one of the rooms. Now, maybe it's a bedroom in your house. Maybe it's the sitting room. But as you open the door and you walk in or step into that room, whichever room you choose, you become aware of a stale air in the room. It's stuffy in that room. And I'm guessing the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the window, put your hand on the latch and open out that window to allow fresh, clean air to come in and take that space. Allowing that beautiful, fresh, clean air to come flowing in through the window begins to neutralize that old, stuffy, stale air that's been in the room over time. And as you just stay there in that room, you become aware that that beautiful, fresh air is moving into every area in that room. It's moving right into the corners of the room. It's moving all the ways up to the ceiling, from the floor, all the ways. That room is now being filled with beautiful, fresh, clean air. And in that space, you can just feel more relaxed, more at ease, more comfortable in yourself. And as you look around the room, perhaps you notice things in the room that could be changed. An ornament, it would look better over there. A photograph. Why has that been hidden for so long? I'd love that to be seen by everybody. And you begin to spot the things that make that room look even better, prettier, more organized, more comfortable. And so right now I'm saying to you, just imagine that that room that you walked into, it's like walking into a room in your subconscious mind. An area in your subconscious mind that's filled with limiting beliefs, stale, outdated, stuffy. And those limiting beliefs are telling you things like, you wouldn't be able to do that. Not at all. You're not good enough. They're all better than you. Well, here I am with you. And right now I'm inviting you to open the windows in your subconscious mind. Open the windows wide and let that gorgeous, fresh, new energy come floating right on. Allow it, like the wind and the air that came through the room of your house. Let that air come right in through into the subconscious of your mind, that freshness. Allow it to open up, to neutralize those old thoughts, to just clear them, flow over them, wash them away, cleanse them. You're neutralizing them all the time. And as you feel that energy now, it's moving in around your mind. Feel it as it cleanses away those beliefs. Feel that energy actually as it sort of flows into every cell in your body, as it releases the feelings of heartbeat pounding or whatever that thing is, the sweaty palms or the ick in your stomach, whatever that feeling is that lovely fresh air that's flowing through your subconscious mind is reaching into every corner now of your mind and of your body so that it's cleansing it, neutralizing it. And those open windows are allowing you to breathe in more of that lovely clear energy, all the ways in, right in to the very subconscious mind. And in that space right now, as you feel that lovely ease clearing your mind, clearing your body, you can actually feel like you did when you moved a picture or changed an ornament or made a cushion feel more comfortable in your own room. In exactly the same way, you can bring in an easier feeling, an easier thought. I'm going to just do a small action, a small step to bring me on my way to confidence. So allow that feeling now to come into your system, into your mind. Remember a time actually when you were confident, something that you were doing, something that you achieved in your life, and bring up that feeling so that it can sit in there now into that clear space within the room, within your subconscious mind. Bring up that feeling of being confident. Maybe it was a time when you rode a bicycle. Maybe it was a time when you passed an exam or got your driving test. Who knows? You know. And bring up that feeling. Allow it just to move through your mind, through your body. Feel stronger and stronger, brighter and brighter. Go into that feeling of, yes, I did that. I can do that. And in that space, you are rewiring your mind. You're setting the seeds for that beautiful self-confidence to grow and blossom within you and around you. And you know, this is something that you can check in with on a regular basis. We can always keep building our confidence by taking those action steps that get us to move out of our comfort zone so we can grow and grow and grow in confidence. And if in any way you can need more help or guidance to do this, then I would be extremely happy to help. So right now I'm going to count you back again from 1 to 5, back to everyday awareness. And so you can get on with the rest of your day with that feeling locked in inside of you, where you are confident and you can do the next thing that you want to set your mind to do, and you have got this. So coming back again then, from 1 to 2 to 3, your mind and body perfectly balanced. 4 and 5, just coming right back up to everyday awareness. So that is a snapshot of just what a hypnosis session would look like, would feel like, and how it is so gentle but so impactful on helping you to gain the confidence that you are aspiring for and that you want in your life. So if I can help you in any way, I would be delighted to do so. You can go on my website. It's www.helendoyletherapy.com. And if you hit onto the schedule page there, you can book a free, I think it's a 30-minute consultation. Yeah. And, you know, you can just come on and just chat to me. It might be something that you're missing that's very simple to correct. And we can do that there and then. Or maybe if you feel it's this very specific issue and you'd like more help with it, then by all means, chat to me about that. And let's see how I can help you and we can get that up and running for you. So, my friends, thank you. Thank you for joining me here today. And remember, confidence, it's not something that you were born with. It's something that you can build. And you can do that one step at a time. But then, with the help of hypnotherapy, you can do that really swiftly and gently and easily. But it is a power and you can create it. So again, thank you so much for joining me here today, and I wish you a great day, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank
Bye for
you.
now.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, Gemma.
Thank you.
Okay. I think she's just gone there. Okay, I'll take off the recording.